1999 Jeep Cherokee XJ Sport. The official car of your probation period and off-roading. Alright, let's check this meme out. Alright, what is there to know about this car? Not that, who gives a fuck about the car? We never talk about this car. What's to know about this car? Well, it has the infamous bulletproof straight six. I don't know the actual dimensions of it. Oh, I think it's like, whatever. But anyways, what makes this car so special, besides the fact it's mine and it nickel and dimes me every chance it gets, is, yes, it has the almighty bulletproof straight six and the automatic transmission. I forgot what it was. But what sets this apart from most cars of today is, well, is this. Steel. Or some good quality metal. That when you hit it, it doesn't dent. But that's plastic. Those are going. But the only plastic you will find on this car besides the interior is plastic bumper. I think just the bump, yeah, the plastic bumpers right there. And then I believe strippings, just for the outside and the back bumper things are plastic. But the rest of this car is metal. But what sets this thing for most part is the interior. And once you get in, you're greeted by a very simple and easy to understand gauge cluster. Unlike most cars, this is over here, yeah, whatever. You got your battery, fuel, oil pressure, engine temperature. This one right here, I've had problems with, or it just works when it wants to, and usually it's when I have to beat the shit out of this thing to make it work. That I had replaced because it decided to go. But what sets this apart from most cars of today is, where the hell are my fucking keys? Well, besides the fact it doesn't have a push button start in it, is this. Simplistic key. You only got one for your doors and your trunk. None of this fancy, here, let's use this as an example. Key fob, push to start, push to unlock, this, that, yeah, who gives a fuck about that shit, right? Now, what sets this most apart from any other car is that. 300,810 miles, right? Yeah, read there? Okay. Now, yes, there are tales of these cars hitting close to 500,000, sometimes a million. Now, with that said, I'm just gonna put you guys right up there. We never talk about this car. That's my other one, my other car that I sometimes rarely use. Now, another interesting fact about this is that the hood release lever's gone. So we have to get out our, you fucking whore. Now he's gotta get out our handy dandy, fucking cocksmoker, handy dandy pliers right here. I'm gonna get back out. We're gonna fire this thing up in a second. You can hear the almighty roar of this thing. So we're gonna put you down here. I need to seriously get a fucking GoPro for this shit. Seriously. We grab this little thingy right here. This pops the hood. These little metal parts. What the fuck, really? There we go. I gotta see if I can get that fixed. Now, the heart of this monstrosity of amalgamation of metal is this. A white hood. Unlike your average everyday engines that you find in cars, what the motherfucker. As you get, pop the hood on this thing, is this. The almighty, one and only, straight six. Now, as opposed to a lot of car engines today, which have the engines usually sometimes, except for probably like the V8s and whatnot, are like this. They're sideways. Instead of being like that, they're like this. And there's usually just a big hunk of plastic laying all over the top of this thing, so you cannot get in and mess around with stuff, because you got your throttle, you got everything. Look at that. See how simple this is? This is why I love this car. Now, what is it like to drive is another question. For a lot of the guys who are probably going to see this video, they already own XJs. They drive basically like a bread truck, in a sense. Yeah, my car's a complete disgusting fucking mess. I haven't gotten a chance to clean it because we've been having shitty weather lately. Now, what is it like to drive? That's a good question that many people have that usually look upon these things. Well, here's the starting procedure for this one. It's like a classic car. Let me pick you guys back up again. As you take the key, pop it in. Let everything first start up. If not, all the gauges get all funny on me. And if you don't put your foot down on the gas, it just does this. And then we put your foot down. Let's get outside and see how it actually sounds from the outside. Yeah, it sounds pretty good, don't it? Now we're gonna take her out for a little test drive. And I actually said this is actually my personal car. That's why I'm being kind of weird about it, and I'm not knowing. I do actually know some about these cars. Alright, let's take her out for a ride, shall we? Now, as opposed to most cars of today, they have anti-locks and all kinds of good stuff. This thing doesn't have shit. The only thing this thing has is four-wheel drive. That's the only thing it has. Other than that, no anti-lock brakes. Power steering is heavy as hell. Yeah, but what it does have is if you hit it just right and it won't stall. Son of a bitch. Yeah, it does that too. For a car of, this thing's actually no bigger than, say, your average mid-size. I'm trying to think. Honestly, this thing is about the same size, if not a little bit bigger than the new Jeep that came out with. What is it? I think not the Renegade, the Rebel. I don't know. I don't follow the new Jeeps today because they're just garbage and they all look like Kias. Although I wouldn't mind actually owning one of the new Wranglers or an older Wrangler. Yeah, that's how she drives. It does have what it wants to. It will cooperate, and this thing actually will, on a good day, actually dust a Honda Civic, believe it or not. A base model Honda Civic, not an SI, because VTEX. But, as I pull into my driveway, another good thing about this car, or actually I should say this truck, who's ready for this? Ready? Is that you actually can see out the back window to what the hell you're doing. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, this is one of the, probably, in my opinion, one of the best cars ever made of its time. Although this car has been around since the 70s when it was the Cherokee Chief. And that thing was actually pretty bad. That Cherokee's pretty badass. And then once it hit, I believe, I'm trying to remember, and I know hopefully a Jeep historian that specializes in this can correct me if I'm wrong. When the actual Cherokees came out, the small ones with the 4 cylinders and the 6 cylinders, was probably about getting close to the late 70s to early 80s. That's when you started seeing the various Jeep Cherokees that we see today. We're not talking about the ones that look like a fucking Kia Sorento. Yeah, fuck those ones. We don't talk about those. Those are too dank. But this thing, technically, if you think about it, because it has the same engine you'd find in an AMC Gremlin, the good old-fashioned straight 6. So overall, if you really are to think, you're technically driving a big-ass fucking AMC Gremlin. It's not as fucking ugly. Just boxy. But on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this rather odd video. Leave a like if you did, and if you didn't, I don't know what to tell you. But I'll be doing an actual legit review of this car. This is actually more of a test of doing car reviews, so don't worry, it'll be more professional. And I will be actually doing a full review on this car. The specs, history, proper history. And what am I fucking Casey Neistat? One of my influences for why I do this. Never mind. We'll get into actual YouTube influences a little later. But like what the fuck's my steering wheel so damn high? Let me move this over here. But like I said, this is nothing but I'm not gonna say, this is more of a test of me doing a car review. And don't worry, they're gonna be somewhat more professional. Like I actually know what the hell I'm talking about. I know some stuff about this car. I just want to get my facts right because I don't need, trust me, I love the Cherokee community, but I don't need that guy to be like, you're fucking retarded. But no. I'll be doing a proper review on this car. Will be more clean and less shitty looking, although it is pretty shitty looking. But this is just a test review, more of a test for what I plan on doing. So I hope y'all actually enjoy this random mod video. It's been a while. More videos are coming down the pipeline. Actually, I may do a review, hand in the way, on the car that I said we never talk about, which is that thing right there, which is the automotive equivalency of a dank meme on wheels. Why do I say this? You know those memes of the bass boosted ear rape music? Yeah, I can get this car to actually play music like that with just fucking around with the settings for the bass and treble, which I know, oh my god, everybody knows how to do that, but this thing is legitimately the automotive dank meme. Like, you say you turn on the typical, I got two phones over the house song, so I was like, I got two! It does it all. So I may do a review on that hilarious conglomeration, because that video is going to be funny. That one, I'm going all out, because I've driven that car for about like 2 to 3 years, and I do not like it. So, keep an eye out for that one. That one's going to be a good one, I promise. So, there'll be 2 videos coming out this week. An actual decent review on this shitbox. That's actually its nickname, is the shitbox. And the other nickname this thing has is a story I'm going to go into in another video, because this Jeep's going to have 2 videos on itself. One the review, and then story time. Story time's the best, because I got the best story of this car. Because I'm going to let you in a little bit of a spoiler. It has 2 nicknames, Shitbox and the $100 Jeep. Now, the $100 Jeep, that's going to be the next video. Because that's a good story right there. So, I'll see you all in the next video.